like take the hair tie and put it into my hair. You know, any girls or guys with long hair will know you need one hand to hold the hair and one hand to actually put the hair tie on. But since I'm essentially missing a hand, I can't do that. So I need a little assistance with that for now. Okay, well anyway, I figure we could get started with the first half of the video. And, again, this is going to be one-handed, but I still think I can do it. We're going to go through my makeup bag, and we're going to see what's inside here, okay? So first, I'm just going to unzip it. Okay. So, I'm a pretty practical person, and so I'm only going to have things in here that I feel like I really need. Okay. So, the first thing I'm finding in my makeup bag is Band-Aids. And apparently you never know when I'm going to get hurt, so it's probably good that I have Band-Aids in there. Alright, so I got Band-Aids. And, we have 4 of them. Right there. Okay. Band-Aids are always a good thing to have. In here I also have a bunch of hair ties. And as you can see, these are the silicone hair ties. Now, if you haven't seen these before, and I hadn't until very recently, they're actually made of silicone and they're very, very grippy in your hair. So, usually once I take, this is my hair tie for the day, usually once I take my hair tie and wrap it around like twice, it'll stay in all day and all night because I usually tend to fall asleep with my hair still up, but it'll stay in, like it won't fall out. And so being someone that works outdoors, and you know, I can't always wear my hair down to work. It's very infrequent that I do actually, but being someone that works outdoors, it's good to have you know, something that keeps your hair up all day so it's not falling in your face and in your way. So yeah, I got hair ties in there. We also have bobby pins. So here are the bobby pins right here. These I would say I used more when I still had bangs. I don't really have bangs anymore though, they grew out. But and when I had shorter layers in my hair would kinda like fall out of my you know, my hair tie, but I don't really need those quite as much anymore, but they're still good to have in case someone else needs one. Okay. I've got a cloth hair tie. Again, these are okay, but they tend to fall out sometimes. These also tend to break really easily. Like usually with a cloth hair tie, lately, before I switched to the silicone ones, these ones would only last like 2 weeks, and then they would break and the elastic would show through, so like, I don't know, I like the silicone ones better, personally. Okay. Got 2 more silicone hair ties. Cool. We've got some blush. This is the part of the video where you'll realize that I'm not a makeup guru. mascara. I believe this is also CoverGirl, but it's so old that the text is worn off. So I don't know if this is even so good anymore, but I'd probably still use it. But it's waterproof, that's the key. So I really like mascara that's waterproof because if you do rub your eye, with this one anyway, it doesn't really go anywhere. Again, not that I would be rubbing my eye on purpose, but sometimes you just do it out of habit and you forget. But yeah, this I think stays a really long time, and it doesn't really it doesn't flake down, and it doesn't get underneath your eye and create any type of a weird fallout. So I like this, and I tend to buy this one over and over again. But it's just it's probably $7.99 or something. So man, apparently I'm a CoverGirl spokesperson because that's also the concealer that I have. This concealer's okay, but it's nothing special. Honestly though, I haven't broken out or anything to the point where I would need concealer for a while. And if I do, I work in a horse farm, so believe me, no one cares whether I have a mark on my face, okay? The horses certainly don't care, so it's fine. Okay. Over here we have a fluffy brush, and one of the little things is falling out. Okay. Let's see if this makes a sound. Can you guys hear that? I can hear it in my headphones. It's very, very quiet. But anyway, this is, I don't know if there's a brand on this. I might have gotten this from Target, but a fairly inexpensive brush. It does its job, so I can't complain. There's no name on it, so I can't tell you guys the name, but I think it was probably from Target and pretty inexpensive. Okay. So here I have a nail file, and it has, well, I'll open it up and I'll show you guys. One second. It's really hard to grip with this hand. So let me just try to, let me see if I can use just my left hand. Okay. So this is a little nail file, and it has, I'm trying to see if it'll focus. I think it's focusing. It has little Yukon Huskies on it. Now, here's the deal. I went to Yukon, and academically it was really great, but was not my ideal college experience. See, Yukon tends to be kind of a party school, in my opinion, and I'm not a party person, so I was more of a reading and Netflix person in college. So yeah, it wasn't my ideal place to be, and the reason why I have a Yukon nail file is not because I love Yukon. It's just because I was at work one time must have cost like $5 or like $4.99 or some outrageous price for one nail file. It was the only one available, so I had to get something, so I had to get it. And it has lasted a surprisingly long time, I will admit. But it's not because I love Yukon or anything. I'm just trying to use it up, and then I'll switch to a normal, regular, non-collegiate nail file at some point. Okay, so now we get to the lipsticks or the lip products. So let's see what's in here. Okay. Let me just remove this piece of tape. I was using a piece of tape to keep this closed because the top of it tended to like fall off, which is not good. Okay. So I have here a Burt's Bees lip crayon. And there we go. So this, what color is this? Let me see if it says what color it is. I think it's like vineyard or something to do with vineyards, and like red wine, I guess. But this is the color that it is. Let me see if I can show you that. Focus. I'm trying to get it to hide my face so that it'll focus. Okay, apparently not. Anyway, you saw it. It's like a deep berry red. Oh, I can do a swatch. Hold on. Okay. So this is it, and then this is the swatch. I can't see if it's showing up. Okay. There we go. But this becomes kind of like a deep red on the lips. The only thing with this, though, well, a few things. Yeah. The thing about this is that, one, it does not have good staying power. So it's very soft and moisturizing and creamy, but it doesn't really stay on. And so I used to wear this a lot to work because at my old job, but whenever I would go down to get a coffee or something and you would sip the coffee, it would just come off right onto the lid, so you had to keep reapplying it. But I do really, really like the color. The color on the lips is very beautiful, I think, and it's just like a deep berry that I really like, and it feels good on the lips too. The other thing is that the cap always falls off a lot, so that's why I did have the tape on there. And then the third thing, or fourth maybe, I can't remember, is that this part had actually detached from like the inner part. So like if I wanted to right now, I could like pull this out and then put it back in. So that's why it's so important that the cap stays on, because if this falls off, then this whole thing can just fall out. And this, when it broke, it broke only like the second or third week that I had it. So that was kind of frustrating, because I wanted to take it, you know, it's very portable and everything. I wanted to take it with me places and put it on, but once I realized that it kind of like broke apart, I don't know, it was just kind of disappointing. Oh well. Okay, we have two more lip products. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Here we have a Revlon thing. It's a pearl finish in cherry blossom. So this one's more of a bright, like a bright brick red sort of, or like a cherry. See, it says on it, what does it say? Okay, it says cherry blossom. I don't know, when I look at it, I feel like it's kind of like a berry, but it definitely has warm undertones, not cool undertones. So, I don't know, let's do a swatch. Okay, so if you can see, it's like, it's brighter and pinker than the other one. And, because the other one's like a deeper berry, but this one's definitely like a pinker shade. So, it has warm undertones, which I don't know. I don't know if that really goes with my skin tone, but whatever. I have the option to wear it if I want. So this one, it stays in its little spot. It's never broken or anything. It does tend to come off though if you take drinks, or like if you were to kiss someone, or if you were to accidentally smudge your lip or something, or eat this, you would probably need to reapply for sure. Let me see. Okay, I have two more lip things over here. Okay. This one I am most proud of, I guess, but it's a pretty common shade, I think. This is Ruby Woo by MAC, and it's a retro matte finish. So matte means that it's not glossy or pearly. It's just like a flat color. A lot of people say that matte shades are drying to the lips, but I don't know, I haven't really found that. As long as you kind of like exfoliate a little bit and then do a little bit of lip balm before and then put on the lipstick, I find that it stays pretty moisturized and it doesn't really go anywhere. Okay. So let me see if I can bring this out here. Oh boy, there's something on the end of it. Hold on. Okay. This one even kind of smells good. It kind of smells like, to me it smells like, like the marshmallow flavor of a Jelly Belly jelly bean. I feel like it smells like that. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Okay, so here's the shade. I'm trying to see if it'll focus. I don't know if you can tell, but this definitely has cooler undertones. And this one is my favorite. So let me see if I can do a swatch without like ruining it. Okay. So this one has a good cap, good compact little case, has never broken. This one was by far the most expensive though. I think it was like $27 or something astronomical. But I think it'll last a long time. It smells good, and this one is the best lip product by far that I've tried out of all these three. So if you take a look at the swatch, hopefully you can see. So see how the first two are like shiny and shimmery, and the third one is just flat. That's the matte finish. See that? also see how the third one is just like a brick tone, sort of. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a cooler undertone. So to me, the first one looks really like a deep red wine color. The second one is like a bright magenta, sort of, and the third one's like a true red. And personally, I like this one the best because overall, as a product, yes, it's very expensive, but when you put it on, and when I usually put it on, we're like, I'll exfoliate, then do a tiny bit of lip balm, like just enough to barely get it moisturized. Then I'll put this on, and it just, like, once it's on there, it'll stay for hours. And you can eat food, you can like kiss someone, you can drink coffee, you can just like talk and like move your mouth all around, and like it's not really gonna go anywhere. And if for some reason you need to reapply, then go reapply, and that's okay. But like, it's not really gonna go anywhere. The only time where I've truly had like needed to reapply it is when I went to a concert and they had these awesome chicken tacos, and with this awesome like sauce on top, this like chipotle sauce, and they were so good, I'm telling you. And I had like four of them. So yes, if you're eating a messy food like a taco where the stuff is like falling out of the shell, then you might need to reapply, but otherwise, it's all good. Okay, so that was the last product for lips. Otherwise, I just have this Burt's Bees lip balm, which is coconut and pear, and it's pretty good. I personally like the original minty kind, but when I went to the store the other day, they didn't have it, so I just had to get this. So yeah, this one's working out really well, though. I like it. Okay. And then as for the makeup bag itself, in case you're interested, here it is. This was a gift, and yeah, it's just a little maritime scene with a lighthouse, and it's the same thing front and back. And then up here we've got a zipper right there, and then a little handle. But yeah, I like the size of this. You know, it can fit what I need and nothing more, so that I'm not like carrying around a ton of stuff. And it's just like a nice little sturdy bag, so I like this. Alright, I'm gonna just put back everything I've taken out so far. Let me see if I can maybe get it in the same order or so. Actually, I might do a different order, so it's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna do the flat stuff first. Do the hair ties next. Okay, and we're just gonna put this one to the side because we're all done with it. Okay. So, the next thing that we're gonna do is I'm just gonna flip through this book that I had on my shelf, and I don't know, I just kind of picked it out. I don't know if you guys will like it or what you guys will think of it, but if you guys have seen the film Interstellar, it's just like a kind of behind the scenes thing about the science of interstellar. Personally, Interstellar is one of my favorite movies, and yeah, this was a gift to this book, so I'm just gonna flip through and we'll see what we find. So, the book is by Kip Thorne, and the foreword is by Christopher Nolan, who was the director of the movie. I hate to like bend the cover back, but I don't know how else to like hold it down. And I'll try to find some little clips to read for you guys in addition to the page flipping. Okay. So let me see if I can hold it like this. That might make it easier. Sorry if it seems like I'm hiding behind here, but it's like the only spot where the mic will pick up my whispering well enough. So I don't know if I'm out here, it sounds kind of distant, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't mind either way. Okay. So we're just gonna start off by flipping through. Just feel free to relax and listen to the slow flipping of the pages. Some pretty interesting photos and illustrations in here. So, a lot of this book is focused on the physics and, the physics with air quotes of the movie and how they came up with it, and how things connect and stuff like that. So there's a lot of equations going on in here, and photos, constellations, and things like that, and a lot of illustrations. So let me just go to a part. This part looks interesting. So if you guys haven't seen Interstellar, basically what happens, and I won't say any spoilers, but I'll just say like the basic premise. The basic premise is that this crazy, like, space adventure across all these galaxies. And their mission is to find another potential inhabitable world for humans to move to. And, yes, I know how ridiculous that sounds, but if you see the movie, the way they frame it, it really all, I think it comes together pretty nicely. So, I don't know, I really enjoyed, like, the pacing of it, and, I love the way the ship sequences were filmed, like as if there were cameras on the outside of the ship, moving and showing different angles and stuff. I like that. And if you've ever seen the documentary called For All Mankind, I think Christopher Nolan took a lot of inspiration from that. The documentary is about real space travel, like to the moon, and the moon landings, but I don't know, there's just a lot of sequences in that documentary that are kind of brought back to life again in a different way in Interstellar. So, like with the spaceships. Anyway, but I don't know, I really liked how the movie was like fairly realistic, but still total fiction at the same time. I just think they did such a great job. Also, the music. I love the music in this movie. It's so haunting yet engaging, and it's just so great. Another thing in the movie that the movie's about is the relationship, like the family relationship between the father and the daughter. And I just thought that was like I thought that was a good way to go, because so many movies just focus on like romance between a man and woman, and there's not many movies in like the mainstream theaters that focus on just like the family relationships. And I thought that was cool how they focused on the father-daughter dynamic. It was really cool. Okay. So I'm still trying to find some clip to read that will not be a spoiler, yet also be interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you guys the foreword by Christopher Nolan, and then we might call it a night. Okay. Okay, so here's the foreword written by Christopher Nolan in 2014. It says, "One of the great pleasures of working on Interstellar has been getting to know Kip Thorne. His infectious enthusiasm for science was obvious from our first conversation, as was his reluctance to proffer half-formed opinions. His approach to all the narrative challenges that I threw him was always calm, measured, and above all, scientific. In trying to keep me on the path of plausibility, he never showed impatience with my unwillingness to accept things on trust, although my 2-week challenge to his faster-than-light prohibition science police, but as narrative collaborator, scouring scientific journals and academic papers for solutions to corners I'd written myself into. Kip has taught me the defining characteristic of science, its humility in the face of nature's surprises. This attitude allowed him to enjoy the possibilities that speculative fiction presented for attacking paradox and unknowability from a different angle, storytelling. This book is ample demonstration of Kip's lively imagination and his relentless drive to make science accessible to those of us not possessed of his massive intellect or his immense body of knowledge. He wants people to understand and get excited about the crazy truths of our universe. This book is structured to let the reader dip into a topic as deeply as their affinity for science prompts them. No one is left behind, and everyone gets to experience some of the fun I had in trying to keep up with Kip's agile mind. So that's the foreword. And, yeah, so although, I have this book, I don't know much about Kip Thorne at all. I know, obviously, he collaborated in large part with the director for this film, but I don't know what he's like as a person or what his other accomplishments are. He's obviously someone important. But yeah, I'm kind of out of the loop there. Okay. Alright. So I'll just show you guys the cover one more time. Sorry that we didn't get to see more of the photos. It's just that, for me to lift up the book with my claw hand, would be kind of painful beyond how I'm doing it right now. Like if it was open